Welcome to the channel. This is USA Trending Update, and I am Papu. Today we're diving into a developing story that has triggered waves of reactions across social media, tennis communities, sports, forums, and fan groups around the world. The topic centers around rising tennis star Alex and a controversial comment that has sparked both outrage and passionate defense from her global supporters. What began as a single remark has now grown into a full-blown discussion about respect, sportsmanship, media scrutiny, and the challenges young athletes face in the public eye. As the situation unfolds, we're gathering every angle, every reaction, and every detail to walk you through the latest developments. The incident began shortly after Alex Eala wrapped up her most recent match, a performance that had already been celebrated online for showcasing her growth, precision, and mental toughness on court. Yet instead of the spotlight remaining on her performance, attention shifted dramatically when a commentator's remarks circulated on social media. The comment, which many fans quickly labeled as disrespectful, appeared during post-match analysis and seemed to undermine Eala's achievements. The phrasing, tone, and dismissive style struck viewers immediately, setting off a chain reaction across platforms like X, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. While controversial commentary in sports is nothing new, the reason this particular statement gained traction is because it hit a nerve among fans who feel Alex Eala has consistently been underestimated on the global stage. Supporters argue that she has repeatedly proven her skill under pressure, yet moments of doubt, condescension, or disrespect continued to surface from certain corners of the tennis community. As the clip spread, fans wasted no time in pushing back, expressing frustration and calling for accountability. But beyond the initial outrage, this moment has unfolded into something larger, an international conversation about how young athletes are treated by analysts, how narratives get formed around them, and how online communities respond. Across sports forums, people began revisiting past instances where similar dismissive remarks were made about young rising players. These discussions transformed into broader reflections on bias, cultural representation, and the uneven standards applied to different athletes, depending not just on their skill but their background, nationality, and the expectations placed on them. Meanwhile, Alex herself has not directly responded to the comment, at least not publicly. Her focus remains on training, preparation, and upcoming tournaments. Close observers noted that she has maintained her usual professional demeanor, disciplined, calm, and grounded qualities she has been widely praised for since her junior tennis days. Those who follow her career closely say that incidents like this, while frustrating to her supporters, only reinforce Eala's commitment to her goals and her ability to stay composed in the face of unnecessary noise. The commentator at the center of the controversy has also not released any official statement. Their remark, however, continues to circulate. Many viewers pointed out that this wasn't simply a critique of Eala's performance. Critiques are natural in sports. Rather, they believe it carried a tone of dismissal that crossed into disrespect. What intensifies the discussion is the timing. The comment came immediately after a match where Eala displayed impressive resilience and strategy against a higher-ranked opponent. Fans argue that such a performance deserved praise or at the very least thoughtful analysis, not an offhand remark that belittled her effort. Another dimension to the controversy is the rapid speed of social media amplification. Within hours, the clip was edited, captioned, re-uploaded, reacted to, and dissected by thousands of users. Supporters from across Southeast Asia, the United States, Europe, and Australia all joined the conversation. Many fans emphasized that Eala has increasingly become a global figure and dismissive remarks toward her no longer remain local issues. They become international topics across different platforms. Hashtags began trending. Fans flooded timelines with messages defending her dedication, her hard work, and her trajectory. Many shared highlights from her matches, junior career, training clips, and previous statements where she emphasized humility and gratitude. These posts served as collective reminders of her discipline and character, standing in stark contrast to the tone of the controversial remark. Others pointed out her significant milestones, including her wins, titles, and history-making performances for her country. Supporters emphasized that her accomplishments at such a young age deserve recognition, not belittlement. What also became clear in the wave of reactions is how invested fans have become in Eala's journey, not just as a tennis player but as a symbol of perseverance and representation. Many say that she carries the hopes of a new generation of athletes from regions that have historically received less global attention in tennis. Because of this, every comment, every narrative, and every analysis feels amplified in significance. Fans want to ensure she is treated fairly and with the respect deserving of any world-class competitor. As the discussion continued building momentum, sports journalists began weighing in. Some argued that commentators should indeed be held accountable when their words cross into disrespect. Others suggested that the situation may have been overblown online. Yet, even among analysts, there seemed to be a consensus that young athletes, especially those gaining fast recognition, are often subjected to tighter scrutiny and harsher criticism, something the industry needs to examine more closely. Meanwhile, Eala's fellow players, coaches, and even a few retired tennis veterans subtly joined the conversation. Without referencing the specific comment, several posted messages about supporting young players, maintaining professionalism, and the importance of respectful commentary. These posts didn't name names, but audiences quickly connected them to the context. Their subtle endorsements strengthened fans' belief that the remark was indeed inappropriate. But beyond the reactions, what stands out most is the unity displayed by Eala's supporters. Fans from various countries came together, sharing stories of how they discovered her, how long they followed her career, and what her journey means to them. Many expressed admiration not just for her talent but for her discipline, humility, and ability to stay grounded. Despite rising fame, these discussions brought a sense of community and shared purpose, intensifying the wave of support. This unity also came with calls for better representation in international sports commentary. Some fans pointed out that analysts sometimes bring biases, conscious or unconscious, into their discussions, leading them to underestimate or undervalue players outside of the traditional tennis powerhouses. While no one can say definitively whether this played a role in the controversial remark, the incident opened the door for deeper conversations about inclusivity and equal recognition in sports media. As the online conversation grew, several media outlets picked up the story, reporting on the backlash and highlighting the support Eala received. This brought even more attention to the situation, ensuring that the narrative reached audiences far beyond regular tennis followers. Comment sections filled with passionate debates. Some argued that the commentator's remark was simply part of the job, while others insisted that the tone was unprofessional. Regardless of stance, one thing was undeniable: the incident had become a major talking point. Amid all this, supporters continued focusing on Eala's achievements and reminding everyone of her growing list of milestones. They emphasized her dedication to training, her resilience in challenging matches, and her ability to stay focused under pressure. Many highlighted that her journey is still unfolding, with countless opportunities ahead for her to climb even higher in the rankings. For fans, this controversy became a rallying point, a reason to stand behind her even more strongly. Throughout the entire unfolding of this story, one constant remains: Alex's quiet resilience. While the world discusses the remark, while fans debate online, and while media outlets analyze the situation, Eala remains centered on her training and preparation. This unwavering focus inspires her supporters even more and reinforces their belief that she is poised for even greater accomplishments. The situation surrounding the controversial comment continues to evolve. Fans are still posting, debating, and defending her. Analysts are still discussing the broader context, and tennis observers are watching closely to see whether the commentator at the center of the controversy will eventually address the issue. For now, what stands out is the overwhelming support from fans who refuse to let any dismissive comment overshadow Eala's talent, hard work, or future. As Trending Now USA continues monitoring the story, one thing is clear: Alex Eala's global fan base is stronger, louder, and more unified than ever. And in moments like this, where words spark controversy, that unity becomes her greatest shield. Fans are showing that disrespect, perceived or otherwise, will not go unanswered. Their voices have power, and they're using it to uplift the player they believe in. I am Bella from Trending Now USA, and as always, we'll continue bringing you the latest updates as the conversation grows, as reactions unfold, and as the tennis world responds. The story is far from over, and support for Alex Eala continues to rise. Her fans have made one message unmistakably clear: she deserves respect, recognition, and fairness.